So we are a week and a half away from the presidential election, and um, and it seems like it snuck up on us, right? It came very quickly. And the thing is that there is a record number of undecided voters this year. And someone went on Bill Maher's show and or some other show. I can't remember. I didn't even look it up. But I remember seeing this in passing. They said that if you're undecided by now, at this point, you're either stupid, misinformed, and you need to stay home. Well, if you're anything like me, you're neither stupid nor misinformed, and you have been keeping up, but you're still undecided because you realize that both candidates are absolute trash. Both candidates, neither one deserves to hold the title of President of the United States of America. Now, in the beginning, I said I got some pros and I got some cons. But the truth is, I only got cons. I don't have pros on neither one of these candidates. I don't like neither one of them. Right? First of all, we got Trump. Okay, Trump. This guy has no intention to be president of America. He has no intention of being president of all people. He is so divisive in his language. And I don't want to hear anything about he talks in hyperbole, he talks in memes, he's just a troller, that the thing that he say he really don't mean. You know what? If you find a cat and it starts barking, it probably is a dog. That's just how it works. He can only say these things so many times without someone saying, you know what, this is what he means. When he calls the Democrats the enemy within, he means that. So what does that mean? So now we have to take what he says and we have to analyze it. So when he calls the Democratic Party the enemy within, does that mean that you're going to start negotiating with the Democratic Party, the Assembly, the Senate, the people in your cabinet, the people who are there in Washington to work with you? Does this mean you're going to negotiate with them the same way you do President Xi, the same way you do China, the same way you do Russia? Those are the bargaining. Is that how you're going to negotiate? Is that how you're going to talk to them? Is that how you're going to cooperate with them? When Trump says, so I remember in 2020 when Biden went to PA and Biden had a convoy, right? It was his bus, and there were some truckers following close to Biden's convoy. The news was saying, "Oh, look at all those people ready to go see Biden at Biden's rally." Trump went on there because it was found out that these truckers were not Democrats; they were Republicans. But Trump went on TV and said, see, look how they're trying to spin it. But those weren't Democrats; those were our people." Well, listen here, Trump. If you want to be president of the United States of America, there is no your people. We are all your people. And he needs to start recognizing that and realizing that and talking as such. So to me, Trump has no intention to be president of all Americans. It's us versus them. That's what it is to him. And the attacks towards Kamala Harris, right? Her accent. I don't care about her accent. I don't care about Tim Waltz, stolen valor, stolen valor. I don't care about that. You know, they said that Tim Waltz said that he was in one place at a certain time. Come to find out, he was there, but it was like 2 months later. Who cares? We're talking about the president office, not where Tim Waltz was in March of 1996. Because when you think about that situation, which one of us have not, padded our resume? Who of us have not does not have revisionist history? Oh man, I remember that time in high school. I scored 5 touchdowns in one game. Oh man, I was such a good wrestler, man. Yeah, I had like 15 tech falls. You really had like 5 that year, and you fell off the team. So it's not just the Trump side with the stupid attacks. It's also the Democrat side, right? I don't know what they're talking about anymore, but I know it's not about policy, and that's what I care about. I care about policies. I don't care about who has the most Latino supporters. Because the thing that the Democrats do is they say, yeah, we got Latino supporters, we got black supporters because we're going to do this and this and this, and we're going to do this and that for you, right? They like to cater to certain groups where the Republicans don't play that game, but they also but what they do is they'll still play the racial divided political game by bringing up black people up on stage to say, see, we got black support. They'll bring Latinos up on stage. See, we got Latino support. So that's how they play the game, but they just play it differently. Where the Democrats cater certain policies to these groups, the Republicans just use these groups to show that they have their support. So they'll bring out moms for Trump, blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump. So both sides play the same game. I'm not interested in neither one of their games. I'm interested in policies. Now, at least Kamala Harris, she has policy. She tells us what she's going to do. She tells us what her plans are. You may not like them, but at least she puts them out there. I've not heard a policy from Trump other than they're stupid, not fit to lead, they're low IQ. I don't need a president that continually attacks other Americans, that continually attacks the media. There's enough going on with three wars and inflation that we shouldn't be attacking each other. I don't care about the attacks. It's time for policy. It is time to tell me what are you going to do for this country, and not just for certain Americans, but all Americans. So if you're undecided like me, it's not because you're uninformed. It's because you realize that both candidates are trash. Because my thing with Kamala Harris has never won anything. She never won anything. In 2020, when she ran for president, she was the first one knocked out of the thing. She was the first one knocked out. She didn't make it past the first debate. She got 0 votes and was the first one to to bow out. And then she went on to become vice president because people hated Trump so much they voted Biden in, and she just kind of rode his coattails in there because he promised to put a black woman on the ticket. So she didn't get any votes for that. And now she's running for president of the United States of America, has the potential to get the most votes to anybody in history, and no one voted for her to be in this position. She got she was the first one out during the presidential campaign in 2020. No votes, no support. Became vice president with no votes, no support, and now she's running for president of the United States of America. She's the nominee with no votes, no support. How is this possible? How is she in this position? The American people did not put her in this position. She's been rejected every step of the way. She was rejected as a presidential candidate in 2020. She was rejected as a vice president, and and the American people didn't get a chance to vote for her to be in this position that she's in now. How is this possible? I can't go for it. I'm not supporting that. I don't support him. I don't support her. I don't support any of this. What's going on? I don't know how we got in this position as a country. So yeah, I might just stay home November 6th because I'm not putting no weight, no support in any of this mess.